Hey guys, back at it with another roulette strategy to put against a survival test. Today we got a modification number 3 from a popular video that I just posted. It's called Roulette Jackpot Ladder. This is mod 3 coming from David Johnson. Always giving good feedback. Has given me some systems to run on the channel too. That's worked out really good. But before we jump into today's video, I do want to go over the survival test guidelines for anybody new to the channel. This was a test created on a longer format to weed out the good from the bad. We find the good ones. Then as a community, we try to refine them to make them even better. And then some, they're just not worth the time or energy. So we just toss them to the side and simply move on. So every strategy will get a fair shake at 90 spins. That equates to about an hour and a half of live playing time. There will not be a time limit. We're going to play out on 90 spins or until the system fails. Every system receives a grade on performance posted at the end of each video. All results are unedited. All videos are posted, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you're new to the channel, want to join us in the quest of finding the best, please consider subscribing. Hit that notification bell to stay up to date because it won't hurt you none, but it might help you some. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into today's video and I'll explain as we go, as usual. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of similarities, but there's going to be a couple little tweaks and I'll explain as we go. So we're going to start on one side just for demo purposes. I'm going to keep the bets very simple. This is just to teach you how it's used. You could always make any modification and adjustments as you like. All right, so we're on spin number 1. Start with the loss. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and add a unit on the second column, and I'll explain the idea behind doing that as we progress on losses. All right, we got a, 4? Is another loss. Okay, so we're going to simply rebet. Now we're adding an overlapping corner bet, right? So what we're doing, the idea behind this is those overlaps are creating that $32, $35 jackpot number, but he's also adding a unit on that center column to boost that jackpot number as well. So let's see how that pans out today. That's why we run these tests. All right, we got a 7 red. There is another miss. So now what we're going to go do is add 2 more corners, but here we add $2 each. Everything goes up by 2. Okay, so now we have a $12 total bet. And this is important to keep track of your session highs, but we haven't hit one yet. I think we got like a buck, but we are the lowest we've been so far, and that's at -19. Oh, I screwed that one up. So all these go to 3. This one goes to 3 as well. And then we're going adding 3 here, 3 here. All right, total bet is 24 bucks. Let's see what happens. Can it come back? That is a 25 red. That's not a jackpot number. Does pay out 9 bucks. We're going to keep the bet here. We are not increasing on losses. And that's a 11 black, and I believe that's a partial. Okay, but still, win or lose, even if it's a partial, we're going to increase all by 1 unit. And we got another miss, so we are going to bump them up a unit on losses. Really trying to fish out those jackpot numbers. But as you can see, we got 2, 4, 6 jackpot numbers, and the other ones still pay out. So let's see if this could come back. We are currently down -57. And that's another total loss. So we're simply going to add another unit. Total bet is now 48. Currently down 97. And we finally got a hit, and that's a jackpot number. That's 90 bucks. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to hold the bet here. And what's crazy is, like, just thinking about it right now, we don't need a bet this much. So just for me, I would probably back that bet probably back to base, because not back to base, but having all those covered with one unit instead of because we're at $48 total bet. And you could see we got another full miss, so that definitely hurt us. So we're going to need a couple jackpot numbers to get back into profit. And there's another miss. So a nice streak on the high numbers should help us out, but of course, sometimes that don't happen. Finally got a high number. It's a nice $24 win. We are still down, so we're going to hold our bet right here. We have a $64 total bet. We got a 30 red, and that's another high number, but it's not a jackpot. It's still going to pay us 24 bucks. We will collect and rebet. Trying to get back to base. Come on. And we got another miss. Full miss. Must increase again. So we started very, very bad with this one. But I do like when this happens on the simulator, not real life, just to show the potential bad numbers that can happen and really give the system a test to see if it can come back. All right, we're at a total bet of 80 bucks already. Currently minus 178. And we got a jackpot number with 26 black. That paid out 150 bucks. If we get another partial hit, we could go ahead and reset back to base. So it seems like one jackpot and a partial hit will get you back in profit at a high level in the progression, but we keep getting those low numbers. Looking for a string of wins to get back. And that's a partial hit. That's not a jackpot, but we'll take that $33. So there's a lot of teetering up and down so far, mostly negative, and I think that's a jackpot number. It sure is. $156 hit. Patience finally paid off with this one. We are in a new session profit at $81. So we're simply going back to base and keep it safe. This is spin number 20. Let's see how we finish out. We start off really bad. You know, and that could be indicative of me just holding one side of the board. Probably better to switch sides. But like I said, for demo purposes, just makes it easier to show you guys this way. Got another loss right there, so we're going to bump up to the next level. We're at level 3. We're going to add in our corners. Let's get some early hits, man. Let's get some early hits. Yeah, it's a little bit of, it's going to be a grinder today. Looks like the simulator. So at this point, we are going to double the bet, adding, 2 units on each at this point. Our second set of corners go in. And we got a 23 red. What is that going to give us? That's a partial miss. So we're going to go ahead and add the last group at 3. And these one go up 1 unit each. We're at spin 25. Keeping in mind our session high was 81. And we got a jackpot number right there. Look at that. $45 hit. That's a new session profit of $117. Okay, so back to base and keep it safe. I do like, see that, that's why I say I'm glad that it happened the way it did. Long streaks kind of show you, is the system going to be resilient or not? And can it come back? And so far, it's proven to come back. Let's see how we finish out the test. So we're going to level 2, adding in that column bet. Second column. 117 is the session high. We got a 32 red. That's a nice $3 return. And we are in new session profit. So we are going to go back to base and keep it safe. 119. This one is a slow grinder, but when you hit those jackpot numbers, which you have 6 of them, I mean, you should hit those pretty often. Well, not pretty often, but we lost right there. We add the second column. You do have like that safety with that little safety net with the numbers above and below too. So you're not heavily reliant on those. That's a push. So we're just going to keep the bet the same. But they are nice when they do come in. And we got a 27 red. There's another push. Keep the bet here. This is spin number 30. That is a loss with a 13 black. So we're going to add our first set of corners. Everything is at 1 unit each still. We get another loss. We will increase, but we got a 28 black. What did that? So we did get a partial miss. We're going to go ahead and add our next set in, and we could double here, adding 2 units in each bet. $12 total bet. Keeping in mind, 119 was the high, so we're trying to get back there or above. And there is another full miss, so we must go up to 3 units. We're going to add our last corners. 3 units each, adding 1 on the rest of the bets. Total bet is 24 bucks. And let's see what we get here. And we got a 19 red. That's going to be a little partial win. We'll take it. We're not in session profit, as you can see, so we're going to hold our bet right here and respin. As a back-to-back, oh, that's not back-to-back, but that's back-to-back partial win. So we will collect and rebet. Oh, you know what? I screwed that one up. We are in a new session profit at 120, but it paid off because we got another hit, so we'll collect that. We're going back to base, keep it safe. Sorry, I missed that one, guys, but we are in a new session profit of 129. And that was a good reset because we got a loss right there. It's only $1. We're going to add in our second column. All right, we got a 28 black. So, okay, that's a push at this level. Simply rebet and spin. There's another loss, but we've been this has held up and it's handling losses fairly well. So we're going to add in our first set of corners, still at $1 each. Keeping in mind 129 was our highest, and we got another loss with a 9 red. So we go at our second set of corners, double up at this point. This is spin number 40. We're almost halfway there. And we got a hit with a 19 red. Oh, we did not. We didn't have that covered yet. Excuse me. So we are going to go add 3 here. And 1 on the rest. All right, $24 total bet. And looks like we're on another losing train. So increase at this point of the bet, of the progression, you're just simply going up 1 unit on losses. On wins, you're going to hold the bet. And we're going to reset once we get at or above a session profit. And we got another loss. Another bogey train. $40 total bet. Now we're down to $58 in profit. We're going to need a couple hits right here, and that did not help us. So again, up 1 unit. All right, there's another loss with a 15 black. All right, minus 30. And double zero came out. So a long string of losses. It did come back previously earlier in the video. Let's see if this can make another comeback. Or did we just get lucky that first time? That's why I like to do these long format videos. Shows you the ups and downs. And we got a jackpot number 29 black hit. What did that pay us? 120. All right, we are not in session profit. Our high was 129, so we're going to hold the bet right here. See if we can get another good hit. And that is not a good hit. That is a full whack. So we must increase the progression once again. All right, we are spinning and we got a 31 black. That's a $27 hit. We're going to hold our bet right here. We're definitely going to need a string of high numbers to come back and get into a new session profit. So a chop or low numbers are going to hurt us. And we got another miss. $80 total bet. I want to say this is the highest we've been as far as the bet size, but I don't remember. 30 is going to be a $30 hit. Simply hold the bet here, rebet and spin. Oh, another bad number. Another bad number. So we are going to increase again. Can it come back? We are going to find out. This is spin number 50. And we got a hit right there. It is not a jackpot number, but it does pay out 32 bucks. We're simply going to hold our bet here, respin, rebet and spin. All right, there's another win. Come on, keep those high numbers coming. And there's another miss. $95 total bet. And another miss. Okay, rebet. Add the units. And another miss. We are at a new session low. Let's see what that is. Minus 283. We are working with a $500 bankroll. So let's see. We have a little bit of wiggle room to come back, but we are definitely relying on those jackpot numbers to hit, or a very long high number streak. And we got a 7. Bunch of low numbers. Where are we at? All right, I think we could, let's see. We could keep the bet here. One more time, we get another full loss. This system is a bust. And just like that, that's why I post all these videos, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We try to modify. This one didn't work out in today's test. If you have any input on this, let me know. I think modification number 2 has performed the best. That was the most liked system, I think. And I also didn't play with my little secret sauce where I slow the progression down on the early stages on the first 3 bets. I will have the link of the other modifications down below. Modification number 2 did perform the best, so go ahead and check out that video if you have not yet. And yeah, just let me know if you guys have any input, or we could wrap up this little mini series on Roulette Jackpot Ladder. This was modification number 3 from David Johnson. Sorry, David, didn't work out for you today, but you know, keep sending them in, because you have sent some good ones in. And like always, guys, till next time, be cool, stay cool, peace.